Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are going to talk about 5 ways where you can better your hair right now. Hopefully these are ideas that inspire you to think a little bit differently to get the perfect hair for you. So for today's video we actually have a brand new light setup, so I don't know if you guys can tell the difference. Also have new hair, but yeah, just bringing you a little bit of new and fresh vibes to this video. Alright. So first thing is aim for the color that you've been wanting and that you love. So many times, either in the salon or now that I'm doing virtual at-home consultations, so many times I get clients saying, I want a color that either blends better to my roots or I want something that's going to be more low maintenance. Your hair is always growing, you have new roots come in regardless. I always say aim for the color that you love and that looks the best on you. If you're already going to be coloring your hair, you're already putting effort, so might as well have a color that absolutely makes you happy. All right, so next tip is if you're already coloring your hair, especially your base color, only use a permanent hair color on your hair if you have gray to cover. If you don't have gray, use a semi or a demi permanent color. It's going to give you a little bit of lift, but not as much, and the color is going to fade so much more beautifully. And in turn, it's also going to save your hair because it is a lot easier on the hair. I feel like in the hair industry, there's kind of either like a gloss or a toner or permanent color, and there's nothing in between. And the truth is, there is a lot of in between, and it is important to find the right type of hair color for that client. So I'm talking to you as if you're the client, and it is important to be informed so that when you go into the salon, you have a better idea of what you're getting or to be able to ask for what is best for you. This one's probably the least fun, but I think a very important tip is always take your lifestyle into account when picking a hair color, hairstyle, or cut. So say you're a personal trainer and your hair is up 80% of the week. I would recommend getting a style that looks best in how you wear your hair 80% of the time. And I feel like we all do this. We all envision ourselves our best version and we want to aim for that and work towards that, which is beautiful. But in terms of hair, if you are getting a haircut or a color that does look best down and you wear your hair up 80% of the time, you are either not taking advantage of that beautiful hair that you paid for, or it's not going to look as good. Now, with that being said, say you're a personal trainer during the week and on the weekends you are a ballet dancer and you need your hair to be presentable and beautiful and on point. It's obviously up to you to decide which one you want to look best for. And this might sound so obvious, why am I talking about this? But you'd be surprised at how either confused or how unsure people can get when it does come time to choose what they want. And this is normally a conversation I like to have in the salon with my clients to really determine and find something that works well for them. So a good rule of thumb, pick something that normally is most of your lifestyle and how you're going to wear your hair. But also if there is an exception and you rather have the hair for that weekend fun, or that's okay too. Just know that it is going to possibly look better for only 20% of the time, if that makes sense. All right, the next one is bangs. I feel like curtain bangs have made such a bang this year. I personally think curtain bangs are beautiful. I think they are a nice addition and style to your already current style. I also think they look good on almost everyone. And the reason for that is because they're not full straight across bangs. Because there is still a high point, you still see the length of the face, so it's not going to work on just round faces or just long faces. I really do think it adds visual interest to basically any face shape. So that's the fun part. Now, if you haven't had bangs in a while or you've never had bangs that you've loved and you're thinking about doing it, I recommend getting longer disconnected bangs. So what that means is that there is a difference from the rest of your length, but it's still long enough where you can still tuck behind the ear. And the reason for that is if you can still tuck it behind the ears and you can still curl it, style it for it to blend into the rest of the hair. If it ends up being something that you're not in love with, it'll blend in easily and it'll grow out fuss-free. Honestly, I would do this on every client that came in that wanted a big change but didn't want to cut off any hair and wanted the same color. And as a hairdresser, it's one of the most frustrating things to hear because we want to give you that big wowing impact of a result, but without giving us much to change, it's hard to give you that. So this is something I always like to try on clients. I don't think I've ever done this on a client where they came back next time and they were like, yeah, I can't wait to grow this out. I wasn't a fan of this. They all come back and say, it's versatile. I can wear my hair up and still have this down. Gives it a little bit more visual interest around the face. It makes me feel like I have a new haircut, but I didn't really lose length. So I highly recommend you try this. I have a video on how not to mess up your bangs at home, which I will link down below. So I recommend that if you like that and you're feeling more adventurous, then go into getting bangs. But I feel like that is the best way to kind of feel it out a little bit without as much commitment. All right, and the last tip is to try different things. Try things that maybe you never thought would look good on you. But if it's something that you keep gravitating towards or something that you keep seeing on someone else that you feel like you like, either get an opinion from your stylist, but I definitely suggest trying it out. I've had long hair, I've had short hair, I've had red hair, I've had brown hair, and I feel like in doing each of those different things, you end up liking different things about each one. You also see your skin differently, your features different, and personally, I think it's a great way for not only self-growth, but also understanding really what you look like. And that might sound really absorbed, or this is going to sound so cheesy, but to really understand your beauty, you have to have seen it in so many lights, just like our personalities. And honestly, because of this second round of quarantine, I feel like now more than ever, or at least I feel this, I'm more and more inspired to just do what I love, regardless of whether it's the right thing or the trendy thing. But yeah, it's also the perfect time to try something a little bit different that maybe you've been wanting to try that you haven't had the guts to do so yet. All right, guys, and that is it. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I love you guys. Thank you for another year of support and being here. I feel like I said that 5 minutes ago, even though it was a year ago, but I do. I appreciate you so much. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.